Hi guys, my name is Brandon Sanchez and this is my persuasive speech. Imagine yourself spending years in prison because one night you made a careless and selfish mistake. Well, this is exactly what can happen to you if you decide to drive under the influence of alcohol. Driving while under the influence is not a victimless crime. DrinkingAndDriving.org says that since the September 11th terrorist attacks, over 180,000 men, women, and children have died in America as a result of drunk driving. This crime occurs at an alarming rate throughout the country. It is a selfless offense that can ruin lives, which is extremely sad since this can be so easily avoided. I learned about the importance of this topic from a couple of psychology courses that I've taken so far in college, and I've also done additional research for this speech. Today I'd like to inform you about the consequences of drinking and driving while also giving you alternatives to it. Let's start by looking at some raw statistics from driving under the influence. Drunk driving endangers your life and the lives of those around you. Here are some statistics that I found on mad.org. On average, 2 in 3 people will be involved in a drunk driving crash in their lifetime. Every 2 minutes, a person is injured in a drunk driving crash. Each day, people drive drunk more than 300,000 times, but only about 3,200 are arrested. In 2013 alone, 28.7 million people admitted to driving under the influence of alcohol. That's more than the population of Texas. In 2014, 9,967 people died in drunk driving crashes. That's 1 every 53 minutes. And 290,000 were injured in drunk driving crashes. Every day in America, another 27 people die as a result of drunk driving. 50 to 75% of convicted drunk drivers continue to drive on a suspended license. Not only can you cause injury to yourself and others, you will also face serious legal repercussions. QuitAlcohol.com defines a DUI as driving under the act of operating a motor vehicle with a blood alcohol level over the legal state limit. If you are arrested and charged for a DUI, the state will prosecute you accordingly. For your first offense, typically resulting in loss of license for 1 year, as well as federally mandated outpatient alcohol abuse program and probation. Those who have had multiple DUIs will most likely be prosecuted to the fullest ability of the law, which varies with each individual state jurisdiction. Regardless to if this is your first offense or second, if in an accident driving while under the influence, you will be fully prosecuted. If an individual is killed as a result, you will be charged with vehicular manslaughter. QuitAlcohol.com also defines a DWI as driving while intoxicated, which is the act of operating a motor vehicle with a blood alcohol level that is over the legal state limit. If a law officer suspects you of DWI, you will undergo a field sobriety test, a breathalyzer test, and/or blood test to determine your intoxication level. The legal repercussions of a DWI are more severe in comparison to a DUI. If you are found guilty of a DWI, you will be charged with drinking and driving. The legal repercussions of a DWI vary with each individual state jurisdiction, often resulting with time in jail, federally mandated alcohol treatment programs, and a loss of driver's license for an amount of time. Along with legal repercussions, you will have serious monetary fines. This chart here is the average fine you can expect in the state of Iowa. So on average, you can expect to spend somewhere between $13,000 to $27,000 for your offense, with all these adding up to that. Some outstanding ones you can see, your defense attorney will cost you $2,500 to $5,000. Your higher insurance premiums can cost you $4,500 to $10,000, and a lot of things you wouldn't think of. Your first DUI can cost you upwards of $20,000 and more, even without property damage or anyone being harmed. Fines are higher for teen drivers and/or repeat offenders. When a teen gets a DUI, their average insurance hike over a 13-year period is $40,000. The purpose of high financial penalties for DUI offenses is to deter drunk driving. You cannot get your license reinstated afterwards until all of your fines have been paid. Along with this, you will also suffer severe professional consequences. Backtrack.com lists some of these things that can happen to you. Your driver's license will be taken away. A DUI conviction can result in your driver's license being revoked for up to 2 years for your first conviction. A DUI conviction makes it difficult to get to work, or if your position requires you to drive, may result in the loss of a job. Background checks. Most employers conduct criminal background checks before they hire job applicants. A felony or misdemeanor DUI conviction will appear in a background check and could thwart your best efforts to secure a job. Employment. Your current job may also be affected by a DUI arrest and conviction. Court dates, jail time, and community service hours can wreak havoc on your work schedule and put your job at risk. In addition, job seekers may be at a severe disadvantage to other applicants if they have a DUI on their records. Auto insurance rates. Following a DUI conviction, your automobile insurance rates will likely increase significantly because drivers who have been convicted of a DUI are considered high-risk drivers by insurance companies. Professional relationships. A DUI arrest, and not even a conviction, can adversely affect the way you are perceived by your coworkers and employers. Scholarship programs. Many schools do not accept students who have DUI convictions on their records, and scholarships may be revoked or denied. Now that you know the risks and punishments involved with drunk driving, let's talk about some of the alternatives there are to driving under the influence. You can call a taxi to take you home. You can call an Uber. Before you go out, you guys could have a designated driver to get you home safely. You could stay the night, or at least stay until you sobered up. Or you could walk if this can be done safely and responsibly. This concludes my speech. I hope that you've learned enough about the consequences of drinking and driving to dissuade you from doing it or allowing others around you to do it in the future. Thank you.